God.
What's up, you fucking wet slits? It's the Filthy Mouth Gamer, back with episode 10 of Knuckle Deep Thoughts. Today I'm playing Rise of the Tomb Raider, and our subject will be the Dakota Access Pipeline. Now, I'm sure most people know what I'm talking about when I say the Dakota Access Pipeline, but there are a few select assholes that don't, and I have to cater to assholes as well. So, little quick synopsis. Big scumbag corporation, their name is Energy Transfer Partners. They wanted to build an oil pipeline through North Dakota, and they wanted to do it originally in a town that was mostly populated by white people, and the white people weren't having it, so they had to change plans. And their backup plan was to take this fucking pipeline and run it not only through sacred Native American land, but also close and under the Missouri River. Now, the Missouri River, I believe, I'm probably going to fuck the numbers up a little bit, it feeds a few million Americans with clean water. Now, ever since this started, since it started, the media didn't give a fuck, and the president didn't give a fuck. So the Native Americans on their land, they started protesting. They started standing up for themselves. And I don't like to call them Indians because it's a fucking stupid term. It's like when I said marijuana is a stupid term, you should call it cannabis. Indians is a stupid fucking term because Christopher Columbus, when he first discovered them, called them Indians because he thought he was in India because he's a fucking jerk off. So they're really just Native Americans, and they've been shit on and pissed on and poisoned and killed since the day the Europeans got here. And it hasn't stopped. It's still going on. This land that I'm speaking about, there was a treaty that was signed, I believe the year was 1870, and this is sacred Indian land, and this company doesn't give a fuck. They want to build their pipeline, they want to make their millions of fucking dollars, and they don't give a fuck if it's going through basically a burial ground, and it might harm the water supply of the locals. So what did the media turn it into in the beginning? Well, they turned it into a discussion. Whose land is it? Do the Native Americans own the land? Does the company own the land? You see, this is what they always do. They come up with a fucking argument. They get people to chase their tail for something that means nothing. It doesn't fucking matter who owns the fucking land. What matters is another rich, powerful corporation is now gonna wanna poison natural resources, vital natural resources, to make money. That's what this is all about. And guess what? You don't get to poison fucking water to make money. End of story. There's no debate here. But the president, and let me just make it clear, Barack Obama is not a good president. He's fucking horrible. He's a fucking pussy. I know everybody right now is getting on Trump, and rightly so. I could do that too. But this is a time where he could have stood up and did the right thing. But what did he do? He stood back and he said, I'm going to see how this plays out. Well, let me tell you how it's going to play out, or how it played out so far. Native Americans were protecting this shit. They're called water protectors. They start protesting peacefully. No violence, no nothing. What does the corporation do? Well, first of all, they basically hire the police, local police and out-of-state police, to basically stomp a mud hole in the asses of the protesters. Men, women, and children. They also, at a certain point, got caught hiring an agent provocateur, which is basically someone who came in to pretend he was a water protector with a fucking gun, a semi-automatic rifle, and the water protectors, they disarmed him, and they figured out that he was planted by this company. So you have all this violence going down, peaceful people getting beat up on, and the president just says, we're gonna wait for it to see how it plays out. What a fucking vagina. What a fucking corporate cunt our fucking president is. So what happened? Veterans decided to come to the aid of these water protectors because they saw a lot of shit going down. Some woman almost got her arm taken off with a smoke grenade. The fucking cops, of course, they lied and said, oh no, it was them, they're violent. And, you know, the cops are full of shit, let me just tell you. And those cops, they're not fucking heroes, alright? If I was a cop and you told me to beat up on women and children, I would tell you to go get fucked yourself. That's what I would tell you. I'd be like, take my pension. I'm not going to hurt people. But that's not how they are. These cops, they're cunts. They're not cops. So anyway, these veterans, they decided to group together. I don't remember exactly how many there were. I believe it was over 1,000. I could be way off on that though. They got together to protect the water protectors. So there was going to be this clash between the veterans and these fucking cunt cops. And miraculously, Barack Obama and the Army Corps of Engineers decide that they're going to block. Basically, they had to get like a permit or an okay to build under the river or drill under the river and under this lake. They blocked it miraculously when veterans are involved. You know why? Not because they wanted to do the right thing, because they looked like pieces of shit for not doing something. See, that's the only time this president ever did anything, is when he would have egg on his face if he didn't. He never did anything just to do because it was right. Nah, he would never do that. He has to be pressured into doing it, and that's why he's a cunt. My prediction is nothing's going to change. You have the president coming in. He's got investment in the Dakota Access Pipeline. He just made Rick Perry the head of the energy department. Rick Perry, who happens to be on the board of directors of Energy Transfer Partners, which is the company that's running this shit. So they're going to go right along and do the same shit that's always going on. That's what's been going on for about, I would say, the last 30 or 40 years in this country. Corporations run this country, and they don't give a fuck if they hurt people, poison people, kill people, put people on the street. Doesn't matter if it's men or women or children. They don't give a fuck. They're fucking sociopaths. And something has to be done. And I commend these people that stood up to these cunts. And they're out there right now in fucking 10-degree weather. It's going to get a lot colder than that. And they're standing up for themselves. And we should all salute these motherfuckers. These ignorant cunts that are against these people just make me fucking sick. What if it was your water? I'm sure you would feel a lot different. But just like Barack Obama, let's see how it plays out. I think people are going to get fucked once again, but I hope I'm wrong. What needs to fucking be done is get off our fucking asses and